Looking at the list again. What there is left to do. Overall, not too much. There's a couple more ship types to do. A boss fight. This cruiser thing that's pretty involved. Ground enemy. This kind of goes hand in hand with the cruiser a little bit. Connecting and flying the ship. And following player on walking on ground. Transition between flying and walking. I could take care of the landing and rolling animation. Actually, yeah, I could probably get that out of the way. And some of these other small things. So let's say that this is next. Here. Maybe take care of these things. Oh, the jetpack fuel. Keep forgetting about that. Alright, that's going to be soon. And then switching levels, that's also going to be pretty soon. Alright, so I think I have the ship sprites already there. Where are they? There's the mech, the kamikaze ship. Okay, yeah, that's all there. So that should be easy enough to make. I just like duplicate this guy. Kamikaze. And that's more or less like that. Same thing here. And up. Let's see, I can take shooter off. I mean, I can leave shooter because it doesn't have any guns, but well, let me also add that minor stuff here. Maybe I can take care of that too. Ships. Any ships that have only one gun. The guns get disabled when you get gun level power-ups. So yeah, when I'm in my normal ship, if I get a power-up, then I get like level 2 guns. And then when I jump to an enemy ship, they don't have any level 2 guns, so I have nothing. So I'm thinking maybe that should just only apply for the player ship itself, not for any enemy ships. Something like that. Yeah, this is like minor bugs. Okay, so now I'm taking care of this. So I already got rid of the shooter. It's normally going to be entrance right, at least first of all. Yep, sine wave right to left. something like that. Is this guy still here? Let's drag and drop one of these guys here. See what that is like. Also, oh, it's not moving. Null reference exception. My guess is it was trying to be a shooter. Okay, on trigger, enter 2D, shooter out enabled. Right, so if and then the same thing here. And I know that it will not have a cockpit. That's another thing, where it's like the ship properties can have player. So how come this is not checked on anything? Am I even checking for that on other ships? Right, if I go over to fighter, should probably check that. Unless I just went with like, does it have a cockpit? And in which case that might be better. Like, let's see if I just remove it, what kind of stuff breaks. Cockpit position, can have player. No? Right here. What kind of stuff breaks? Nothing breaks there. Nothing breaks here. I guess I don't care. Alright, so but I am checking inside of player for cockpit. Ship.cockpit position, pilot position, initiate fight, compare tag ship cockpit. So find cockpit dot position. And if I collide with it, ship, transform parent, get component ship. That's how I get the ship from that. So that's good enough. I'll just take out the cockpit. Doesn't have one. Right. And it doesn't have a gun either. It doesn't do anything except for be annoying and fly. It's not doing a sine wave though, which I thought it was what it was supposed to do. Sine wave. Oh wait, hold on, something else broke. Need to attach message box to game object, but the script is trying to access it. Ship movement. Attached to the message box trigger 2. Why message box trigger 2? Message box trigger 2. Oh, because it has ship movement? Oh, because ship movement has this property that enables and disables things. Okay. So I can just also do this. And as well here. Not sure that's what stopped the ships from working correctly though. No, none of their movements work. Is global entrance movement running? Ah, there's Julio. Hello.
Oh, what's up?
Not much. Trying to fix a bug.
Uh,
Oh, my movement's broken. Let's see here. Movement active. Oh, true. So let's just see if that ever triggers. Enemy ship trigger.
Where's the URL?
Enemy trigger. Enemy ship trigger. Okay.
Set URL, map URL.
Unity, are you ever gonna play? Unity, are you gonna?
Huh?
Talking to Unity.
Oh.
It seems locked up at the moment.
I see.
Yep. Oh wait, hold on. Am I at a breakpoint already? That is what happened. Bird generate birds. Oh, okay. So that never even happened. Oh, that's because it's not a trigger. That makes a lot of sense now. Still didn't work. Alright. Rigid body. Oh. Shit. Of course. That's because the rigid body's not active. I'm trying to activate the rigid body on a collision.
How do you have a collision without the rigid body?
Exactly. Oh, man. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do something else. I guess I can say that I guess I can. No, I need the box collider too. I can have a second sensor that gets deleted instead. That seems kind of dumb. I can check positioning. I'm just trying to prevent the ship from getting hit by bullets when it's not in the scene yet, right? So I figured just turn off the rigid body, but then I can't.
Why were you trying to trigger it with the collision, though?
Why
were you trying to turn it back on with collision?
I figured it was an easy way to just know that it entered the scene. I just created a collider around the whole scene.
Why don't you just activate the collider when they enter the scene?
How do I know that they're in the scene? That's what the collider is for.
I see. The collider's around the scene.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're colliding with the scene. There's no like bounding box or anything like that.
Yeah, I could do that. It's just a mathematical calculation instead.
You could set a spawning area, and anything in that spawning area has no. You know what I mean? And if they're not in that spawning area, then their body is active.
What determines the area? Like, what do
you make it wherever you want, just off screen somewhere.
Okay, yeah, but how do you know that they're in it or not?
You can.
My simplest guess is just check their positioning.
Yeah, just make a box and check that. But what I was thinking, maybe the way you were originally doing can work, but you're disabling the collider wrong. Like, instead of disabling the entire collider, like, there's got to be a setting that temporarily disables the function callback for the collider. So the collider still happens, but it's like, is callback enabled, false or something.
Yeah.
So that it's still getting that data.
I guess I could disable the destructible instead of the rigid body, and that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, like in Phaser, there's something called
Yeah.
enable. So yeah.
I just thought about that too. It's the destructible that actually receives the bullet hit, I think. Or no, or is it the bullet that receives the destructible hit? Either way, the rigid body is disabled. I mean, the destructible is disabled. Let's see here. Okay, so destructible. Let's do that instead. And I definitely want to do that. Well, I guess I'll get the rigid body anyway. Destructible. And then here, instead of doing rigid body, just enable that.
How did the Japanese keyboards work?
How do Japanese keyboards work?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, is it a 1-to-1 ratio of keys? I was just watching this anime and they had a shot of the keyboard, and it just looked like it had another, like the Japanese characters also on the key.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I started thinking, like, is it a 1-to-1 alphabet? It can't be.
No.
Right. So where are those extra keys? Was that just depicted incorrectly?
I don't know. It could be that some of the keys hold like alt values. You know, like you hold another button that's alt and it has a second character that comes from it. It could be like the katakana or whatever, where it's all like sound-based symbols.
Katakana. Uh-huh.
You know, so it's not the traditional Japanese symbols, right? They have that like other language that they use a lot, that they developed over the years, or like the written form that was developed. So
That's true too. I only know of kanji.
Yeah, which are the original symbols, right? And there's probably some of them on there, like some of the very common ones, maybe. I don't know. It's an interesting thing to think about. I don't know all the details. If anybody's Japanese, let us know. Whoa, Shrekker. What's up, the Apache 64? Can't you just give it a shit ton of health? Oh, Collider. Oh, okay, Juggernaut. They have kanji, hiragana, and katakana. All on the keyboard? Is that...
On the one keyboard? Would it be common for them to also have... Like, it was kind of weird for me to see it in the anime. I didn't know if it was done beforehand or after the fact. And this is a relatively new one. You know how, like, in some animes, when it gets dubbed over, they'll, like, change... They'll remake signs and stuff. They'll put text over stuff.
Oh, yeah. I guess
Sometimes
so.
they go as far as, like...
I always wonder if they did that, if they just left it that way in the original version. I believe as we have uppercase and lowercase with one key. Right, so they probably have multiple characters for each key. They just hold shift to change it.
Oh, like the FN thing? Yeah, uh-huh. I haven't seen FN in a while.
Shrekker. That's a nice Doge cameo. Do you see that in the chat log?
No.
It's a
cameo.
Not sure though. That makes sense though.
Relative path.
so that's ship type done. Where's player? Did I close the player script somehow? It's just, you don't see it because of the debug thing. Bullet, gun, explosion, destructible, sprite flicker.
Wait, seeing that main tile map dot add tile set image is not a function? How is it not a function?
Turret. Okay, that's also like a ship. But that's more like, it doesn't matter. It has two guns. It has no up and down sprites. What happens if there is no up and down sprite? I guess I could, well, it doesn't matter. For some reason, this transform doesn't show rotated, and I don't know why. Normally when you add a rotation to a transform, it rotates the X and Y handles as well, so you can visualize the rotation, but it doesn't do it for some reason. Did I turn something off? It's weird.
Okay, Atlantis City default.
What am I overriding? Oh, that's what's being overridden. Okay. Can't see the box collider. There it is. Okay. Something like that. This does not move into sine wave. Auto shoot count 1 every 2 seconds. I guess so. And then instead of being 180, I guess it would go like 180, like 150, 30-degree incline, and then 210.
Oh, hey, Overcooked got here today, apparently.
Oh, I didn't know you ordered a physical copy of that. Cool.
Yeah, a while ago. It was a double one, so it had 1 and 2 on it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
0.049. Negative 0.049. Cool. And those should actually be bullet normals. Bullet basic. There we go. Muzzle flash none. Shoot sound none.
Better be this.
Wow, why are those bullets so fast? Move speed 10. I feel like they should be way slower. Can't even see them. turn off all the other ships. Seems fast. Yeah, you can't even see those damn things. Really got to get my hands on the original build of this game. But if I go to the, I don't have it open. VS Code. This would be turret. Shoot direction, velocity, 2.2. I don't know what 2.2 is supposed to mean. 2 and -2.
Yeah, that's the one. Okay, so it's not even properly loading the tile map.
Difficult.
Oh, I don't think on load map I put the right thing. Frack.
Let's see. I wonder if I can just override bullet speed on the gun, and that would be good enough.
Okay, a relative path.
And then if it's greater than 0.
Two, three, 4. Okay, let's try. What's this?
And so I can set this to something like 2. Where the hell's the other bullet? It only did it to one gun? Oh, that's right. Kind of lame bullets, you can't see them. I want to make a point and click game. If you were to make one, would you use Unity?
What?
Yeah, totally. Unity would be pretty good for a point and click game. Especially since it's pretty easy to just lay out all the pieces of art in the scene however you need to. Give them all colliders. Don't even need that. You can just test if the mouse is in the same position as the objects and however, if you're pretty new to coding, I definitely know some people who would recommend, what is it, Construct 3? Has a pretty decent visual scripting tool, and it's not as gigantically bloated as Unity in terms of features and things like that. Things that it thinks that you might need.
Boy, do you hate features.
Dude. Features. Me and features.
Features. Tile map, tiled, JSON.
Creatures with features. Now that's terrifying. Unity is the best.
Who said that?
Real crypto is good.
Wait, is that what's going on here?
Why don't you just change your username to Crypto Console? Is that like really difficult to do inside of Twitch? Changing a username? I don't know. I haven't tried it.
I don't think so.
Features force you to write better code? Better? They force you to write specific code. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna say the turret's done, and I'll debug them if I start actually level designing them in. Turret, so that's off the list. Where's the list? Turret, now let's do the land and roll animation. So if I land from a specific height, let's create another carrier. Where's my carriers? Carriers, carrier 2. Let's just throw this guy here. And I'll just disable this other carrier. I'll just delete it. And now I just need to test this. Where's that other ship? Delete that for now.
Seems like the API can only be served out of public.
So if I land on the ground, where's landing? Player. I'm in player. Okay. So landing on the ground, right around here. Then that, I guess I can check what my velocity was before I set it to 0. It's less than negative, I don't know, what's a good, or actually, I can check if I was in like the other falling animation. Where do I check that? Jump time. Do I use jump time? Oh, if I haven't hit the ground yet, if my velocity is less than negative 2.5, then do that. I can use the same value then. 2.5 when I hit the ground. Then I will set animation trigger. Roll? Where are the animations? Animator. Player. Animation fall. Stand. Player roll. There it is. Okay.
Oh, I see, because the map...
That is transitioned by nothing? Oh, land with roll. And that is, so there's land and land with roll. Okay. Otherwise, do that. And I guess I can also say if I'm rolling, is rolling. There it is.
Really out of it.
Huh?
I'm like really out of it, and it doesn't help that servers like messages are so convoluted, and I don't understand. This person's like, okay, perfect. And what would be the steps I should do to work again with you is a very good way to work, and I love it. Like I'm already like out of it.
Yeah.
I can't understand. What
Yeah.
this person is saying.
Well, they want to make sure the next time they need a problem solved, it's through you because they like the experience. Yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to say.
I didn't understand.
Yeah, it's basically like you good.
Okay.
You want tea?
Yeah. Is the English breakfast the caffeinated one?
Sorry?
Is the English breakfast the caffeinated one? Is that the tea that's caffeinated?
I mean, I've drunk it all day.
Oh, nice. Nice name change. Do you even use your old brand anymore? For anything?
How branded was his old brand?
I don't know, pretty branded. Had a big TikTok following.
Huh?
Oh, that one. I don't think I know what that was called. Was it a different name?
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, text adventures are pretty easy. You don't even need a game engine.
Yeah, but everything's scripted, literally.
Well, yeah, it's a text adventure.
I know, I'm saying it's literally just an entire scripted adventure.
Yeah.
Also script.
But you don't need a game engine at all.
I know, I'm saying it would be easier in that sense, but it would take longer, no?
I mean, if you okay, look. If you don't care about an actual like window, right? And it's okay if people just play it out of the console because they can just run stuff out of the console. Then that's fine. You don't have to graphically do anything. The only thing you have to write.
Not graphically. I'm just saying, like, is the script exactly the story? It's basically like you're writing a movie.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah, but I guess that wasn't part of the question.
That would to me that doesn't seem easy. I don't know.
No. I mean, I'm not debating whether or not making the game overall is easy. But if you're talking about like how to make the game of the game, right? Like not the entire
game of the game?
Yeah, like the gameplay itself. The things that you do in the game.
Yes? Oh, like the game mechanics. Sure.
Yeah.
It's like one mechanic throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, Hitchhiker's Guide was fun. It was frustrating as all hell, though.
If I'm rolling... let's see. Probably don't have to do any of this stuff. Well, here, else if is rolling. And then I'm rolling until the rolling is done, which the rolling animation can call. Player, window, animation, roll, where's roll? Player roll. Right, as soon as it comes out of the roll, add event, call, roll animation done. Alright.
Wait a second.
If I'm rolling, do nothing other than move myself forward a couple of paces. Position dot pose. Position. Am I not altering position
already?
at all? Oh, I'll just do this. And then position dot x plus equals. Do I have like a velocity dot x times 0.5, something like that. Pygame is fun. It's not hard. Oh, Pygame. That like you can do graphics with that, right? But it doesn't have. Oh, it itself doesn't have an interface, right? It's just like you using Proton. What the hell are you writing a game in? Phaser. God.
Okay, so create mappings.
Too many words that try to just sound cool. All right. You place things with X and Y coordinates. Yeah. Although you could probably write a game editor with Pygame as well. With just, it opens up a window and it shows you your scene set up with all your characters in various positions. And then when you move them, and I guess you can also put a button in the scene. And then whenever the user presses the button, save that information to a file. That would be a start of doing something like that. So let's see if I land with the ball. Ah, shit, it's moving. Stop moving. Did you roll? Oh, no. That's awesome.
What?
See you later, player. Oh, man. I'm not really sure what happened. Okay. All right, so my guess is he's about to land.
Okay, so
Where's like his box collider and stuff? Why can I not see that?
what?
Okay. There's a bird there. He's flying away. Oh, he's going to roll. He's not animating. Oh, wait, there it is. And immediately stands back up. Is he... I don't have access to the is rolling. I guess I can do this. And attach. Yeah, there it is. So this is never called. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, but no. Yeah, probably because Godot. No, Godot is also 3D. So I'm not sure. Yeah. I was just about to say because it's a 2D game engine, but it's not.
What would cause this to
At least I think it's not.
away?
The thing that I do like about it is it has its own scripting language that is built into the editor itself. So the UI and like game scene editor is the same as where you're writing your code for the game. So it's kind of cool. You don't need Visual Studio. Let's make sure this isn't happening again. It is not. Okay. But I'm not in the roll animation anymore. see if that gets called again. Nope, just here. Is rolling as false. I wonder if somehow rolling got set to true afterward. It's everything. They just changed camera for 2D and remove the z-axis to flat, right? I don't know. I know that's what Unity does when you try to like tell it to work in 2D mode. Right, I can like press this button. Where is it? Here. And now everything is like
set name.
Depth. Ah, damn, I needed to pause. Oh wait, is it not attached anymore? Okay, so is rolling true? Set camera zoom. Yeah, man, that sounds great. Although whatever happened to don't you have like an actual roadmap for a specific game that you're gonna make? So now I'm back on is rolling, so that gets triggered. Frame. Not sure how many frames this is going to take. Is he already done rolling? Where is he? Yeah, he's already off screen. So the rolling animation never called done. Possibly because it was never allowed to finish. Because something else called another animation instead. Let's see if that is possibly correct. Do all this stuff. Move, that doesn't do anything. And then I'm rolling, so none of these settings get set. This isn't happening. It's just this and the update. What about the main update? Nothing is really happening. Set animation trigger. Okay, exit chip. Punching, initiate fight. It's supposed to go to this animation after it's done. As exit time. Oh. Oh, right, because it's supposed to be right there. But that's not the whole animation. Maybe that's part of the problem. Let's see here. Let's move that over there. Right about there. Oh, one. Can you do that?
Huh?
Oh, it's transition offset. Okay. Is that what this is? Nope. And transition duration 0? Okay.
Oh, maybe the order in which the shit is wrong. Okay, so first one.
There we go. Alright, yeah. So that's the whole animation. But then...
Let's do tile set.
Oh, right, because the animation doesn't finish. Oh, there we go. Now I reached the end of the animation. Why is he still moving? Son of a bitch. Okay. Conditions. This is cool. What is the condition? Yeah, this doesn't make any sense now. How is rolling true again? Am I landing on the ground again? But only in this scenario.
I don't understand why this is not loading.
I'm not even allowing for this. So wait, let's just put a breakpoint here. And I shouldn't hit that more than once. Okay. Oh, did work. All right, now I guess how did it look? Let me turn this off now. You can't really see it too well.
Okay, finally. That took a while.
What the hell? I shouldn't be able to jump if I'm rolling, that's for sure.
Cool, cool, cool. Alright, finally got the tile map working correctly.
Player. Let's watch this velocity. Where is it? Oh, I can't see it. Alright, it's fine. Where the hell's velocity? -3. Alright. Tiniest jump. -2.7. Man, that's pretty easy to trigger.
Oh, right, it's a square, so it's got to be the same.
Why do I get locked in the other ones? Yeah, why is that happening now? Why doesn't he actually roll? Well, maybe he does and I just don't see it. Because he's not in the falling state, he's in the jumping state. Okay. So I can just get rid of this more specifically and just say any state can trigger this. That seems kind of dangerous. Any state. Not really sure which one looks better here. Let's throw this over here. There we go. Yep. Pretty much the same deal there. Land with roll. Any state can trigger it now.
Thank you.
Even Texas.
Oh, fuck.
So I've never done the water roll thing in initial D, obviously with a car, but it totally happens all the time when I'm stirring some drink, usually tea, where the water kind of rolls like around the edge.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had that?
Yeah, a little bit. Most of the time, it, you know, if the cup is not tight enough, the cup moves, and then the water gets like.
Yeah, exactly.
The cup gets knocked, and then the water does spill pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be pretty damn secure. And
And
your car can't have like anything that causes like extra vibrations in your car just like screws with the whole thing.
Well, it does a lot, but that's where a lot of the technique thing comes from, because I guess no one's actually truly done it, but there are places that kind of like use it as a learning methodology to understand how the power distribution is set throughout the car. Like you need to know it's like tuning into knowing when the car kicks into like a higher torque, how it like feeling out how it accelerates and all this stuff, so that you can control it to level it out and balance it all out.
Wait a second. Did I do the wrong thing here? Oh, I did the wrong thing. None. Where's none? I'll just remove this. This is supposed to be that. So, any state has exit time 1, 0 transition time.
1, 0.
On. No, that's what this one is supposed to be. This one is actually supposed to be no exit time.
Attempt to finish reading this article.
And just move all of that over here. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. And this is on land with roll. I guess whatever was the final facing direction as well. And that's not really scale, that's like flip, right? I'm doing that. Yeah, I'm doing flip X and Y. Okay. Times equals render.flip X -1. Oh, position.x. Yeah, that should be like. I wonder if I can just add this statement directly on the end right here. There's that. Is that valid? Yes, it is. Okay. Okay, so 2.5 is pretty bad. Let's do like 3.5 or even 4. If I do go up that high, it's kind of a penalty for jumping too high almost. What is this? That was interesting. If I land on the surface with the rocket, player fall, player stand. If I land while I'm... Where the hell is rocketing? Jump straight up. Oh, it's the first one. Oh, if I'm not in player fall, so rocketing can also go to land. That's kind of a little glitch there. With the same rules, just land. No exit time. And that is land. Guess jumping already goes there with land. Yep, so does all this other stuff. Cool. So that's pretty much the dodge roll. Jetpack fuel for double jumping. Switching levels. Shooting glitch when pressing up or down. So if you press up and then let go, the gun doesn't
I'm gonna go grab that.
Oh.
The gun doesn't change. Active gun equals that. So if I'm not, control move left, control move right. If it's left, do that. If it's right, do that. Pointing up, pointing down. Active gun changes. Active gun changes. If not, crouch. And then else. Active gun changes here. But I guess it could also change here. And not up. Why would it change here but not here? Then I'm either pressing both or neither. If I'm pressing down, do that. Oh, this is pressing up and not down. This is down and not up. But not down, down, and up. Oh, this is if jumping. This is weird. Oh, 2 is like straight up. Otherwise, if I'm not moving, this should be happening. Here it should switch. Active gun equals gun 0. And if I crouch, it sets it here. And then when I stop crouching, I would end up here in this scenario here. Probably. That should have probably fixed that. So, up, shooting. Yep. Ah, what? Oh, yeah, they've made a ton of games, actually.
Really?
Yeah, if you look at their list of games, and it's all like wacky, craziness games. I've tried a few others. Like there's another one called Moving Out. That's a lot like Overcooked, except you're moving furniture.
Oh, is that where the two guys have to like grab the object and like coordinate? Oh my god, I've seen it. It looks so frustrating.
It is so like Overcooked is already frustrating, but it's actually kind of fun. The Moving Out one is just like pure frustration.
Yeah,
like
I've seen people play it.
My wife and I were almost like seriously getting mad at each other.
It's hard to with those kinds of games, man. It really is.
Because you want the other player to like do what, like, you have expectations of what they should be doing to be very like fast and optimal, and you have an idea in your head and they have an idea in their head, and you're both not doing the right thing. Overcooked is a little bit different. It's still pretty frustrating, but it's like you can at least look around and it's kind of always known what should be done as long as everybody's roles are understood. And then you could always ask, like, I need meat.
Oh, I see. I have no idea what the gameplay or anything like that is like.
You'll see.
I've barely seen it. It just looks interesting.
The cooking mechanics are pretty simple overall, but it's pretty much like you got to grab the item, and then some things have to be boiled in a pot, and there's like a timer on the pot, so like there's like an optimal temperature it has to reach, but if you leave it in there too long, it burns. Same thing with a frying pan, and then you kind of like have to combine ingredients on a plate and then send it out.
Remember that game? It reminded me of that game we played on phones, where it's like, however many people link up, right? And then it goes like, you see the commands what the other person has to do, and you're just communicating with each other, like, you know, turn this lever, turn up this lever, turn this dial. It was like a spaceship game. Like, you're all the like members in a spaceship controlling it, and like there's something happens, and you guys are trying to fix it.
Oh, I don't really remember that too well.
Now that I describe it like that, it sounds like Among Us, but it was nothing like it.
No, yeah. If anything, it sounds like Lovers in a Dangerous Space Time.
What is that?
That's another co-op.
I think you told me about that once.
Yeah, it's cool. You are like two characters inside a spaceship, and there's like guns on the ship, and like there's also a steering wheel, and then there's like the engines or something like that, and then like only one person can be on one ship at a time. So like one person is mostly flying, and then another person will like run around and like grab the controls for the shields and move the shields to the right spot so they don't take damage, and then run back to the gun and like shoot at the enemy. It's also got that same kind of cooperation requirements. What was I doing? Oh, right. So if I land, or no, it has to be gun 0 or different gun based on which direction I was last no, isn't it the same thing? Because when I flip, oh yeah, it's either flip X or not. Okay, so that's good. And how do I know this is gun 4? Because I'm not moving around. This is just my standard standing gun. Oh, this is straight up, that's why. Oh, not faster than light. FTL, that was another game. Was that like that though? That was more of like a RPG kind of game though, right? Wasn't it? This one, Alright, there we go. Cool. Alright, fix that gun glitch. Fix shooting glitch. Press my gun. Enemy pilot getting hit should do blood. Should I do blood right now? Sure, I got patience for that. Where did I put that? Ships, fighter, pilots. Where is that? Enemies? Fighting pilot. Where the hell's the blood? There's the blood right there. Or no, here it is. There's oh, okay, it's animated. So there's 1 and 2. Blood. Oh, there it is. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, how to do a blood animation. I think I have a good idea. Alright, so sprites, ships, pilots, animation, blood, bloodshot, 1. Animation, bloodshot, 1. this is actually going to be an explosion. Bloodshot one. And it's going to have blood. I'm wondering when the next We Were Here game will get released. Let's see. Just have to make that call. So now Bloodshot 1, put that there. And throw a animation event and call explosion blood. And then I have the pilot here somewhere, right? No? Pilot. Enemy. Ship. Where's the, what did I call it? Fighting pilot. Ship. Aim. Player. Kill bounce. Maybe it's not in the scripts folder. Enemy pilot. Alright, so I'm gonna need public explosion blood 1. And every time he gets hit, make some blood happen. I guess in this situation, in spreadsheet 1. Let's see where that gets instantiated. So Bloodshot 1 is right there. Where's the mech? It's right here. Let me get rid of this carrier thing. And find the ship mech. Enemy pilot 1. It's gonna have blood 1 here. Okay. Kind of a, so let's just say plus 2. Sure. A little bit more down, 1.5, and then a little bit over more. Some pretty sweet blood. Yeah. I'm gonna throw some blood into the for every hit. so it's another thing off the list. Enemy ships that only have one guns concealed. Okay. How do I do that? If I land in ship, enter ship. It has capitalizations. Enter ship. Initiate fight, enter ship complete. Okay, set up guns, ship level. Set up guns. I don't need to do that on enter ship, I guess. Because then it just won't happen. I could just set up guns. Where does set up guns go? Set up guns. Oh, I gained ship levels anyway. So that doesn't matter. Awake, set up guns, shooter. There's another one in awake.
Hey, is there some kind of algorithm that like figures out the amount of XP you would need depending on a level?
Yeah, I mean, you want me to tell you one?
Right now, verbatim. I was just wondering because I want to set that structure up. I want to do like once I have the city set up, I want to have like like in Ragnarok Online you have, or in most MMORPGs now, the first time you log in, you have like this introductory series of things. So like you'll get experience for doing the little tasks that are scattered throughout town that teach you about the town and what you can do and like the world that it's in. And by the time you're done, you're at level X, which gives you all your base abilities like chatting, opening up, like selling your NFTs, being able to connect your whatever it is, right?
Okay. I
And
mean, you
so
can
that's how
also
I
make
wanna
it
do
so that you can level up based on not experience as well, right? But yeah, you would still want.
Well, the experience will be tied to tasks. So I give like NPCs tasks or items to hold.
Yeah,
have, like,
it'll probably
trade
be some
sequences.
formula, right? Where I don't know, like every time you say like, where's my screen share or whatever, right? If you say like get EXP amount, right? So I guess you would just increment current EXP plus equals amount, and then like if current EXP, right? And then you could also say like int needed EXP equals, you could always calculate that. I mean, you can have a giant table that tells you, right, for every level, and that would be something you could play around with if you wanted them to be very
dynamic
specific.
table.
But if you want it dynamic, so you don't have to make a whole table, which is, it's not that crazy to make a 99 level table, right? But I guess if you want something to be like a natural curve, you could write in like a really simple.
That's basically what the whole issue is like I want to make it so it feels like a logical increase, not like there's always, obviously it can't be the same amount of experience between each level. It has to, the gap between each level has to increase at a certain rate, So it feels like you're not leveling up too fast or too slow given the task. And I understand there's a lot of tuning in, but if there's a starting point with this kind of formula, I can just set up and base around it instead of having two unknowns.
Right, you could do something like a square root. Although that would get easier to level up over time. So maybe something like exponential, Although that's probably not what you want either. Like, and then
I mean, it'd be fitting if it was EXP.
Based off your current, like, level, right? So, current level.
Right.
That seems kind of... It would be easy to understand, I guess. Because you could say, like, oh, for the first level, I need 10 experience. And then the second level, I need 20, and then 40, and then 80, and then 160, right? It keeps doubling and doubling. And that...
Yeah, but that'll be dangerous later on, how it scales.
Sure, it would scale crazy fast, right? If you needed 1 million experience to get to level 75, now you need 2 million experience to get to level 76. And I don't know, maybe that's what you want. It usually is significantly higher. And maybe it's like, it's not like to the second power. Maybe you want like something to the like 1.5 power. And then it's still exponential but slower.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, that's what you would do, right? And then you'd be like, well, let's see what that would be. So like, if it at its simplest, like 10 times math.exp, wait, returns e. Oh, e raised to the specific power. So you could do that too, but what is it? Pow? Yeah, okay. And then take your level and raise it to 1.5, right? Instead of like doubling it every time. And then multiply by 10, so it's like 10, 20, 40, right? Instead of 1, 2, 4. And then if your current experience is greater than or equal to your needed experience, then your current, then I guess you could do like, you know, level plus plus, level manager, level plus plus, and then so that would increment your level, and then your current experience will be whatever's left over, which is just like the current, the current minus the needed, because it could have been more than the needed experience, so you just want to like wrap that around to get whatever's left over. Right, so if your current experience if you got like 100 experience and now you're at 250, but you only needed 200, then take the difference and give yourself a starting of 50 experience on your next level, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is like the simplest way that I can think to do it.
But you couldn't put that in an update. You'd have to fire that only in certain areas.
Yeah, whenever you beat a level, right? You do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you could pass in the amount you want. I guess I should have put the whole function.
Well, I mean, you're right, because like in an RPG, you have a battle.
Yeah.
You don't get the EXP as you're hitting them. You get it if you finish the battle.
I guess in some RPGs you could. Depends on how you want to implement it.
Oh, do you by swing? I think you would at least have to defeat a monster. Like, I understand sometimes you're in a battle where, like, there's several monsters, and you get the XP once you kill each monster. But sometimes it, like, doesn't even stay true unless you beat them, you know?
I don't know.
In some games, you lose experience when you die.
Dan's talking about some open source Dungeons and Dragons system. I don't really know. I imagine it's a lot like Dungeons and Dragons, which can be pretty complicated. Although I don't know what Dungeons and Dragons leveling system is like. But there was a leveling system that is now like considered one of the worst of all time, as far as I know. I don't know. I think maybe it just needs to be worked on, because a lot of games have implemented this too, where like in Elder Scrolls Oblivion, like all you have to do is crouch all the time, and your sneaking technique will go up, because you gain crouching or sneaking experience while you're crouching and walking.
Yeah,
slowly.
Metal Gear Solid had like the pull up, the strength stuff too. I know what you mean. I want to add stuff like that. At first, I want to build the area and just see what feels natural.
In Final Fantasy II, they implemented like one of the first times something like that was seen, where it was like you didn't have experience or levels, you just had your stats, and in order to like increase your strength stat, you had to hit things more, right? So the more you hit things after, it wouldn't happen during battle, it would still be after battle, I think. But like if you hit something
Okay.
like 10 times during a battle, then all of a sudden it would tell you like, oh, you gained 2 strength points, right? And then if you get
Okay.
hit, it would require you to get hit and lose HP for you to then get more HP when the battle's over. And you have to use MP so that your MP goes up.
Where was this from?
Final Fantasy 2. Really, really early.
Well, I do want to add some like random spawning areas, like out in the outside rural thing to test some battle elements. So that'll be interesting when I have like the server control the spawning of enemies and how many there are in each location, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Not sure what this is. Just hit damage lifetimer. Is crashing. I guess I want to know if it's the player's original ship. That's pretty much always false. And then when the player gets in a ship, right here, if ship, I can also do set up guns. I can just always do this if do I have ship. Public ship. So setup guns is pretty much just like if ship and ship that is player ship, then actually do something. And that's pretty much it for that. Simplest way to handle that problem. And then in the player ship, just say, yes, I'm the player ship. Where is it? Yeah. I guess I need more enemies to test my theory. Oh shit. Oh, so it never activated any of the guns? What? That's just happened. Oops. Whoops. Nope, didn't work. What does setup guns do? Oh, is it? Guns. Oh, this. Alright, so let me at least do that. So that probably did that. Yeah, so now I powered up, and yeah, I'm not gaining any levels. It is level 2 now, so that's interesting. I don't know what to do about that. That's kind of weird. Can gain gun levels while in enemy ship, but it doesn't mean anything. Okay. That's a lot of the little stuff is gone. Now that most of the stuff that's left is really big stuff. Unless you can supply like a title screen. But we can talk about that on another day. I am ending the stream.